स्लीपी क्लासेस के सारे सब्जेक्ट
मुझे पता चला था कि स्लीपी क्लासेस
Sleepy classes.
स्लीपी क्लासेस
Sleepy classes.
स्लीपी क्लासेस
स्लीपी क्लासेस
Sleepy classes.
स्लीपी क्लासेस
मेरा स्लीपी के साथ इंटरेक्शन हुआ
स्लीपी क्लासेस
स्लीपी क्लासेस
आई कंप्लीटली रिलाइड ऑन योर चैनल
स्लीपी की वीडियोस भी देखी हैं।
स्लीपी क्लासेस
Sleepy classes is one of those मतलब institutions जहाँ पे सभी टीचर अच्छे हैं.
My name is Kunal Rastogi. I have secured All India rank 15 in UPSC Civil Services Examination 2023. So now comes the most important part of the Civil Services Examination, and that is deciding what type of resources one needs to follow for cracking this examination. Now, I did not divide my resources based upon the stage of the examination. Instead, I only made resources for my mains preparation. And based upon the knowledge that I accumulated from these resources, I tried to apply and fine tune it for the other stages of the examination. Now, when one reads the syllabus for mains examination, it is divided into 5 parts. First part is the essay, where it has not listed out the topics or the content from which the essay would be asking. Rather, it has given a blueprint as to what it looks into an essay, be it the coherency, the alignment of the essay to the topic, or the logical flow in it. Now, for my essay preparation, after my debacle in my first attempt where I misinterpreted one essay and scored only 101 marks, I decided to invest a substantive amount of my time for my essay preparation. In the 2 years, I have written more than 50 essays from various coaching institutes where I was enrolled, be it Forum IAS or the Vision IAS. Apart from that, I also referred to many of the essay copies of the past toppers like Anudeep Durishetty sir, Gautami Vivekanandri sir, or Vikram Grewal sir. I tried to analyze how they were writing the essays and then trying to build a template that suited my qualities but also were within the bounds of the essay that they were writing. So in this way, I was able to maintain my originality but also able to align it with the demand of the UPSC essay examination. Now comes the second part, which is the General Studies 1 syllabus. Now the General Studies 1 syllabus is generally divided into 5 to 6 subsections. The first one being the art and culture. For art and culture, I refer to Nitin Singhania sir's book. Apart from that, I also refer to Tamil Nadu Board's history book, the 11th and 12th. I also refer to many documentaries that are published by National Geography, be it in the form of temple architecture or the various dance forms that are present in India. This visual based learning helped me to actually understand what the dances represent and its fine nuances, which helped me write better answers. For modern history, I refer to the Spectrum book, Vision IAS notes on modern history, as well as, since I'm an avid reader, I also refer to Bipin Chandra sir's book, India Since Independence. The post-independence part was actually overlapped with my optional subject, that is political science and international relations, for which I referred to Oxford handout of history as well as the NCERT book of class 12th. For world history, I refer to Vision IAS notes. For poverty, women organizations and other such society-based topics, I refer to the red book of of Forum IAS as well as the Sunya IAS notes of GS1. Both of them helped me to cover the gaps that were present in each of them. For world geography and the other aspects, I refer to GC Leong, the NCERT starting from class 6, and also the Vajiram and Ravi's Indian Physical Geography. Next comes the General Studies Paper 2. So the General Studies Paper 2 has quite a significant overlap with again my optional subject, with most of the topics being repeated from my optional syllabus. However, there were some exclusive books that I referred for my GS2. This included for Indian Constitution and Polity the NCERTs from class 10, 11 and 12th, and M. Lakshmikant specifically for the prelims requirement. Apart from that, one thing which I did for the Indian Constitution part was read the bare text of the Indian Constitution. I feel that once you read the bare text of the Indian Constitution, you will be able to develop the keyed words that are mentioned in the Constitution itself in your answers, as well as have a better grasp on the constitutional articles, which would help you in reproducing them in your mains examination as well as remembering them for your prelims examination. For the government policy, welfare and such other things, I refer to Vision IAS notes, which are quite comprehensive with regards to the government schemes that are available. For international relations, apart from my optional syllabus, I refer to various newspaper articles that were published in the Indian Express as well as the Observer Research Foundation, the ORF. I also refer to the IDSA website, whereby the Ministry of Defense frequently publishes various analysis of international geopolitical phenomena whereby India is involved. Also, the Ministry of External Affairs website gives you a regular update as to the current happenings of the world with respect to India. Now comes the General Studies 3. This paper is perhaps the most dynamic of all the papers because it contains the important pillar of economy. For the economy section, I refer to Mrunal sir notes, which are quite comprehensive. His more than 1000 page handout helped me to get the fine nuances out of it. However, this has certain limitations when it comes to the mains preparation, whereby I bridge the gap with Yojana, Kurukshetra, the budget and economic survey documents that is published by the government of India, as well as the mains 365 and the PT 365, which helped me gain analysis as to how to answer the economy questions. Apart from this, the science and technology part could be answered by visiting various documentaries. I still remember Netflix has published many documentaries. For example, The Social Dilemma, or The World of Cryptocurrency, or for example, The Space Race. These documentaries helped me to understand the technologies in a better manner. Next comes the environment section. For the environment section, I refer to the PMFIS notes, which are quite comprehensive in nature. Apart from that, I also watched various documentaries, and to my surprise, many of the questions that were asked in the prelims paper were directly taken from the documentaries. For example, in 2022, a question was asked regarding which particular animal cultivates fungi. Now, this could be directly traced back to a documentary of Netflix. Apart from that, Our Planet is also an excellent documentary which helps not only to see what the different type of animals are present in our ecosystem, but also helps us to understand their habits and their preferred way of living. For example, this time nocturnal animals were asked, and if one has seen a documentary regarding nocturnal animals, one could have taken an educated guess in answering that particular question. This was also valid for the waggle dance that was asked this time, where bees was the answer. Now in GS3, apart from these sources, a large chunk also depends upon case studies and examples that you need to cite for better information providing. For this, I referred to Man Ki Baat by our Honorable Prime Minister PM Modi, whereby he discusses various such initiatives that are not only taken by Government of India, but also by various other civil society personnel who dedicate themselves to the service of the nation. Now these examples provide useful impetus in your answer writing.
स्लीपी क्लासेस के सारे सब्जेक्ट
मुझे पता चला था कि स्लीपी क्लासेस
Sleepy classes.
स्लीपी क्लासेस
Sleepy classes.
स्लीपी क्लासेस
Sleepy classes. Sleepy classes.
स्लीपी क्लासेस
मेरा स्लीपी के साथ इंटरेक्शन हुआ
स्लीपी क्लासेस
स्लीपी क्लासेस
I completely relied on your channel.
तो स्लीपी की वीडियोस भी देखी हैं.
Sleepy classes.
Sleepy classes is one of those मतलब institutions जहाँ पे सभी टीचर अच्छे हैं.
Now comes the General Studies 4 paper. The General Studies 4 paper has perhaps the shortest syllabus, but since it is less defined, you need to invest more amount of your time in proper note making. For the GS4, I referred to Atul Garg sir's notes regarding ethics, Lukman sir's notes also for ethics. Apart from that, Rushikesh Reddy sir, a previous year topper, has shared in his online blog large amount of information regarding the keywords that are used as well as definition. So that could be referred. Apart from that, there is a website called Better India Foundation, which is basically a collection of all the good work that civil servants are doing in the society. Now this gives you a rich repository of data that could be utilized in the ethics paper as examples, which forms a very important part. Now these were my basic sources that were used for this particular examination, and this particular was modified for prelims. When in prelims, I used to also refer to the notes of the notes or the answer copies of the examination. For example, if I've given a full length test of a particular coaching institute, it also provides with a comprehensive answer key. Now that answer key was also very useful in making notes for me with regards to the current affairs that are happening. In a similar manner, even in mains, the topper answer copies were very important for streamlining my content. For that, I exclusively I was very dependent on Shruti Sharma ma'am's answer copies. They were one which I tried to emulate in the actual examination itself because of the rich content that she has written, and apart from that, the way in which she has written the answers. Apart from that, Muskan Dagas ma'am of CSE 2022 has also helped me in writing better answers. Now last comes the optional paper. The optional paper is basically divided into two subsections, paper 1 and paper 2. For paper 1, I refer to Shubhra Ranjan ma'am's notes, which were quite extensive and exhaustive in nature. Apart from that, I also refer to O.P. Gauba for the terms related to justice, liberty, equality, and some form of Western political thought. For the Indian political thought part, I refer to V.R. Mehta sir's book, which actually helped me in gaining better content for that particular part, which is not well discussed even in the toppers community. For paper 1 section B, that is regarding the IGP, that is the Indian government and politics, I refer to again the constitution, D.D. Basu sir's notes, Shubha Ranjan ma'am's notes. Only IAS Prahar notes are also very important when it comes to paper 1 section B, because they have in a very simple manner discussed all the points in a topic wise manner with adequate amount of content addition as well as the current affairs, which are extremely important. So only IAS notes were very fundamental to me. Also, I took a foundation course with Piyush Chaubey sir, and his insights with regards to paper 2 also helped me in various manners. With regards to paper 2 section A, that is the international relation theory part, again Shubha Ranjan ma'am's notes were very important. Piyush Chaubey sir's notes were also referred by me to bridge the gaps that were present in Shubha Ranjan ma'am's notes. And apart from that, I also referred extensively to Utkarsh Dwivedi sir's blog, whereby he has discussed in length all the theories with regards to international relations. For paper 2 section B, which is very dynamic in nature, there is no one particular source, but mostly I relied on the newspapers for my preparation. So I used to watch a large number of documentaries or interviews of some esteemed ambassadors who were discussing about the international relations. The Observer Research Foundation annual meet, the Raisina Dialogue, was extensively referred by me. Our Honorable Prime Minister's various speeches at various platforms, like in the Shangri-La Dialogue, they were very instrumental in writing better answers or finding conclusions for problems which has geopolitical significance. Also, I referred to the notes that were given by only IAS with regards to the international relations part. The Mains 365 also helped me to get a better knowledge regarding the current affairs that are happening. Lastly, after making the fundamental resources from all these institutes, I was also enrolled in the current affair classes of Dipin Damodaran sir from Forum IAS. His great content helped me a lot in improving my mains answer writing and providing that extra value addition that is required for cracking this examination. So lastly, what I would like to suggest is, once you make all the resources that you are going to refer, don't change it. Don't try to gather as much knowledge as possible, because that would be counterproductive. One particular mantra that helped me is, one of my sirs told me that if you are not able to revise a particular book, don't read the book, because if you are not revising, you will not be able to reproduce the same content. So I think that is one mantra that I extensively referred to, and once I make the notes, I did not budge from it. So this is all from my side with regards to the UPSC preparation, with regards to prelims and the resources. I again extensively extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Delhi Knowledge Track for providing me this opportunity to share my strategy for the upcoming civil servants. Thank you.